Howdy, y'all. I'm Mr. Holga.
And I'm Todd Puckett.
And this is Don's Used Photo Equipment.
Right
here in front of the Great Wall of Film.
Yes.
And actually in front of the Great Wall of Film. You know, last video was an awesome video. We weren't in front of the Great Wall of Film. So guys, please do go check it out.
It's fun to break it up.
It is, but we had so many people who couldn't help but notice that box of ham that was sitting right between us. There was no ham in that box at all. No. But we got more comments about the box of ham than anything else.
Oh, yeah. I noticed it just front and center right there. It made me hungry.
All right, before we lose you guys, the title of this video is absolutely correct.
Yes.
This video is the worst kept film photography secret ever. We are going to be discussing the worst of all time.
Well, yeah, at least for this millennium.
At least for this week, it's the worst kept secret. So there could be a worse one next week.
There's a new addition to the Great Wall of Film. And that new addition is, there you go, Filmwarnia P33. I don't know if you've noticed or not, there seems to be a theme developing in this thing.
That all starts with P?
Well, the P does. The P30, P33, and there's already another one that's somewhere in the line of coming out.
P36?
Don't know. They didn't say that.
I'm just kind of adding here at this point.
Yeah.
If my SAT skills are any good.
33, 36.
But you know, they threw us off with the ortho.
Well, that's an 01. But what's fun about this is that whenever we did all of our discussions on Filmwarnia, which was our favorite new film company.
Yes.
Whenever we did that, we got film to shoot, usually before it came out. We didn't this time.
Right.
But they no longer had, well, they didn't have the U.S. branch at that time. So anyway, back to this. They have more film coming out, and this is just the next in that long line.
Right.
And this is fun because this means as they add each one of these, and as they continue to progress with what they're doing, we're getting closer and closer to them doing a C41 film.
So guys, if you haven't started already, every time Todd says fun, you're supposed to take a shot.
Yeah, okay. Do it. I'm excited about this.
All right,
this is really exciting.
If we can, listen guys, this is the worst kept news in film photography right here. P33. It is.
I got a phone call, said, hey, blah, blah, blah. You can't say anything until March 1st.
Okay. And then what did you do?
I didn't say anything.
No. Then who did you call?
I didn't call anybody. I didn't say anything.
You called me.
And said what?
You talked to me.
About
and you said, oh, by the way, P33 is happening. Keep it under your hat. I'm like,
well,
and I said yes. I said yes. Okay.
Yeah, but I was expecting us to get some film in so we can go shoot.
Understandable. And you're like, mum's the word, and I'm like, okay, I'm good with that. And then I got an email from Filmwarnia immediately after that. It says, oh, by the way, P33.
Oh, yes.
And then probably 30 minutes later, I got an email from Sinisto. It says, oh, by the way, P33. And I'm like, well,
P33.
Where's the secret at?
P33.
It was all over the place.
It was everywhere. Filmwarnia and Sinisto.
But it was, shh, it's a secret.
Don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anybody.
We're going to announce all of this on March 1st. So I did order film, and I got it in, and when I got it in, I hit it, and then it was on Thursday. I'm thinking, okay, one more day. Friday. Somebody came in and says, hey, do you have the new film?
What new film?
What new film? I said, I'll have it tomorrow. And then I went and sat down and looked at the computer and noticed that people are already selling it. Mm-hmm. It says, your embargo is lifted. You can talk about it. And I'm sitting there going, a day before I thought I was supposed to. And I could have already been selling film on it.
Now, in our defense, we do very much appreciate Filmwarnia. So we shot the P30. And we shot the ortho. They gave us like advanced copies of it, and we had a great time shooting it. And we're kind of hoping maybe we were in the inn here a little bit, and we were going to get to shoot another one.
No.
So it's a little bit heartbreaking, but
here's the fun part. Then and again, take a shot.
Yeah.
It is
fun.
Don's Used Photo Equipment got mentioned in 35mm C. I don't know exactly what they call it. Is it 35 mmC or 35mm C? What is the group?
Well, that was it. Yeah, 35 MMC. Yeah, and that's like
Yeah.
an online.
Oh yeah, they do everything. They do videos, they do blogs, they sell stuff, they do a lot of stuff. And I got an email from Scotty, and he says, "Hey, did you see this?" So I went and looked at it, and it was about the Pentax thing.
Okay.
And I looked at it, and it was from 35 MMC. And then I
Right.
said, okay. So I went and looked, and then I did some other looking and researching. And then he sent me another link that talked about, hey, you got mentioned. 3 people came in and bought film because Don's Used Photo Equipment got mentioned in 35 MMC. And they said, hey, we saw that you've got the new film, Filmwarnia. And I said, yes, I do. And they bought it. And they mentioned they saw it on 35 MMC. So I went and pulled it up.
Yeah.
Sure enough, a little 2-paragraph thing.
2 paragraphs.
2 paragraphs. But
How many times did they mention me?
0. 0. And I went to it, read it, and they basically had a story on it. They being Molly, Kate. Molly Kate wrote the story and also had a short video. So it's not only in a video on her personal site,
Right.
but also on the blog for 35 MCC.
You're getting pretty famous.
Yeah, other people are talking about me, and they're not saying bad things either.
Well, and that's a first.
That's a first. They're not calling me a jerk. Oh, those are reviews.
Those are Yelp reviews.
Yelp reviews.
Yelp
That's
reviews.
different. What I found exciting and fun about this is that A, they mentioned us
Yeah.
as having it in stock. B, they only said that it was listed by Filmwarnia and Don's Used Photo Equipment.
2 sources,
2
guys.
sources.
In the whole United States right now. 2 sources.
Well, the whole world, evidently. Well, maybe U.S. I don't want to get ahead of myself. But in the U.S. And it was pointed out that I was selling it for $11.99, but you could buy it directly from Filmwarnia for $11.
Right.
And I went, that's interesting. So I went on.
That's a bit of a difference.
That's a difference. So I went on, and I'm going, where in the U.S. would you find it for $11? Went on to Filmwarnia's home site, clicked on it, and it stated $11 US.
Right.
Put it in the carton here, and then I looked and it says, will be shipped from Italy. Expect 3 to 5 weeks plus shipping. So
Plus
it's
shipping.
99 cents
But you can pick this
cheaper.
up here today.
for $11.99.
Today, not 3 weeks, but
Not 3 to 5 weeks.
today.
And you
could
don't have
get-
to pay shipping.
And you don't have to pay any shipping.
Just simply sales tax. And I got a kick out of the whole process thing. And I actually went on and saw Molly talk about it on her site. Was it Eclectichrome?
Eclectichrome.
Eclectichrome. So Molly not only does the writing, but also has a personal blog, and talked about it and said the same thing about how it only shows being available at Don's and Filmwarnia.
Which is fantastic, guys.
Yeah.
If you're in Dallas right now, hey,
Yeah.
this is the place to be because you can walk in and get it.
Get it. But it was interesting that 3 people came in and bought it because they read and saw Molly talk about it.
Awesome. Thank you, Molly.
Thank you, Molly. We appreciate it. And people were reading it and reacting to it and coming in. And Scott had sent her a message on the video down in the comment section about, hey, I know that guy. And she goes, oh, cool. You know, I love his videos. So she watches the videos too.
Aw, but yet I still
Yeah.
didn't get a mention.
No.
That's okay.
But I did mention that we were home to a Holga Week competition.
Yes.
And hopefully I would like for them to somehow be maybe possibly involved in a future event.
Well, yes, and you were asking me
Fun fact.
initially if I knew Molly.
Yeah.
I mean, at least maybe Instagram or something, social media, something like that.
Because see, I thought that maybe that was one of the persons that you would, because I know that you're on a podcast in England, or with someone in England.
Sometimes.
And,
Yeah,
and there was another one too.
the
Lensless.
the Lensless podcast.
And I thought there was another one that you were talking on.
No, that was it.
But that was it. But you said this was somebody involved, and I thought, well, okay, maybe you know her through that.
No. Actually, no. So Molly was actually one of our great cheerleaders for Holga Week last year. She was, and you know, I always push to say we need more female photographers, and
Yep.
so having somebody like her, I mean, she was actually. she was putting out lots of tweets during the week, and it was, she's doing a lot. So I really, really appreciate the fact that she was getting the word out for Holga Week.
Oh, absolutely,
yeah. I always try and do some like Holga Week lives on Instagram during that week, and so hopefully maybe I'll have a one-on-one with her, something like that, and just have a chit chat.
Right. Do you know where she's based out of?
No, that I don't. She's based out of YouTube. That's why I saw it's.
Can you show us on the map where that is?
No.
Well,
no.
I thought it was interesting because on the video portion, Molly talked about being not going to the UK in April for an analog event.
Right.
Because going to Policon.
Right, which is in California, right?
In California, in San Francisco, in the Bay Area, mid-April timeframe. And I said, oh, okay. I wouldn't think flying over from England for that.
No.
But so it must be somewhere on this continent. Or Canada.
Well, she didn't strike me as a person with a English accent either. So
no, not English, but proper English, and not Canadian. So, but
That's
somewhere
true.
near a coast, or at least had pictures on near a coast. So.
Well, I tell you what, I'll ask her because I was chit-chatting with her back and forth. I was DMing her on Instagram, and I said, yeah, I was just. I thanked her very much for the mention that you really appreciated it. But I said, just don't mention him too much. Todd will get a big head about this whole thing. So.
It's true.
It's true, but I state the truth.
It was fun. It was fun. It's interesting, and to get out there and talk to people that are outside of this world. I mean, outside of this bubble, that follow us, watch us, and talk about us. And we love talking about people outside.
And that's why we do this, guys.
Yeah, and Jess is. You've talked to Jess.
Jess Hobbs, yes.
Jess Hobbs out of Canada. And it's growing. There's more and more people knowing about us, and Jess pushes Holga Week as well. It was all fun how it all tied in, and how this community is actually big but small at the same time. It's personable because you can reach out and talk to people in it, learn things, and expand. And there's so many people out there getting into this that it's just, it really is, the base is a booming. It's growing. And it's really
well.
Great.
On that subject, remind me because I think I've got a viewer comment we should read towards the end.
Oh, okay. So. Yep, it is the worst kept secret.
That was the worst. But we're having fun with it. We still love Filmwarnia.
Oh, it's still our favorite.
And yes, we're gonna go ahead and say it. It's a clickbait title that we're putting on this one.
Absolutely.
But, that's how else are you gonna thrive in this world?
Worst kept secret. No, it's like as soon as I get off the phone, people are saying, "Hey, you got the film?" It's like, no.
Yeah, and that's probably just as...
You know what the second question, well, actually sometimes the first question is it 120? It's like, no. There's a procedure that goes with this. They don't bring everything out. They just get the 35. And as was mentioned, Filmwarnia was out of it.
Yeah.
Boom. I mean, so whenever they make their run with it,
yeah,
it's not like an 18-wheeler full of stuff, because they really do have to get everybody together, everybody to sit down and stack the film in the boxes to ship off. And that's why I buy 100 rolls at a time from Filmwarnia, because it's just the effort they go through to get it in that box. I'm not going to force somebody else to go in and break up a box. So just send me 100 rolls of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, good for Filmwarnia if they're selling out. Hey, that's encouraging for the film industry. If they're selling out.
It is, and that means that as they continue and as they build up their stock, then it will start spreading out, and more places will have it as well. Yeah, so it was just fun. This whole thing was great, because it's like watching.
Another drink, guys.
This is great. Oh, it's fun.
That's another one.
Yeah.
So speaking of fun, which one is more fun? Getting when a film is discontinued and somebody wants to buy out your remaining stock, or it's a new film and somebody wants to get it as soon as possible. Which conversation is better?
Oh, well, personally, I guess the ones that's out of stock, it's buying it out, because it clears up more room for the new stuff coming out. But it is fun to have people come in and go, oh, what's new? This. I'll take it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll take it.
I like the photographers who come in and want the new
new stuff. And it's starting, instead of waiting like a year before something new came out, it is now coming out like December what are we in March? 3 months? It looks like it may be every 4 months something new will be coming out. And yeah, 3 or 4 times a year. I think eventually, probably
It's progressing,
next year,
guys.
it's going to be once every few months something new's coming out. But it's just growing and it's great. So that is the first topic that we have to talk about today, and it's fun. And we've got a new follower or somebody I'm aware of now. And
I don't think she's following us back.
no, I don't know. Watching the videos for sure. And we are always grateful for people viewing.
We are, but you promised not to do that anymore. So.
Oh no, we're just watching. I'm not pushing. Yeah.
YouTube math. So. What's next on the list, Todd?
A brief mention. This is something that I'm excited about. I always love I like the whole new stamp process that's coming out, the Forever stamps, and
United States Postage
Center Service, USPS, is what it is. United States Postage Service. I like it.
Postal Service.
Postal Service.
Okay.
I like it because just found out off the Alan Ross, I guess the Instagram page.
Okay.
That they are coming out with 8 different photos that they will be putting on stamps.
Okay.
It's coming out in May.
Photographs.
By Ansel Adams.
By Ansel Adams.
And Alan was excited about it because 2 of them are from the Yellowstone series, in which Alan is in charge of being the one to make the actual prints from that series.
Okay.
And that's when that comes out, we're going to have some. I don't know what the rules and laws are about showing stamps on. I don't know if it's like money or not. But anyway, looking forward to that. And I just wanted to touch on that.
I think you could show them as an example.
Okay. That's what we'll do.
Just don't put them through a copy machine.
And the third topic.
So stamps are cool.
Stamps are cool.
Stamps are cool, and those are coming, I think, in May.
May 15th.
May 15th, and you're going to try and have some here in the store.
Oh, I'm just buying some for me. Yeah.
You're just buying some for you. So you're going to have to go get your own stamps.
I still do mail out checks for gas, electric bill, and things like that. No, I do not have anybody on my.
And you're going to put fancy stamps on those?
Darn tootin'. Rootin' tootin'. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I want to spread the Ansel Adams love.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the last topic, which is exciting because
I thought it was going to be
fun. Yeah, it's exciting. Another article about the Pentax camera. More information.
An article, and I think there was a video that went to, but mind you, the video's in Japanese.
Well, yes.
But with subtitles.
Well, yes, with subtitles.
Yes.
And also, other people are talking about it, and then they're talking about it while it's shown.
I have seen people actually talking over the video. They're actually commenting on the video. That is their video. So,
and again, this is Scotty sent me the link on this. Hey, what do you think about this? And I sit there, collect on it, and go, oh, cool, great, more information. Now, we learned a lot about it. The first thing I learned was it's a half-frame camera.
Yes, I heard that, which is very interesting.
It is very interesting.
Because obviously the first thing they said about the half-frame is they're trying to make a cost-effective camera. You know, obviously, half-frame, you get more shots.
You get more shots. But they were making it cost-effective because of the audience they're aiming after, the younger photographers.
Right.
And when you have 72 shots, then yeah, you get a lot more pictures, even though you pay the same amount as you would if it was 36, you get a lot more pictures.
Right.
That means we're going to have a lot more photo labs who are going to go, oh, really?
Well, no, they're still scanning them as one
Not all of
frame
them.
at a time.
You can. Several places that I have talked to have stated that they can do individual scans if you ask them to.
Sounds like more work to me because because you know their scanners aren't set up for it, so somebody actually has to manually do that.
Well, I think that one of them does kind of. There's a setting that you can do for it. But whenever you stop and think about it, Pentax has done a tremendous amount of research into this thing.
Yeah.
And whenever you go through it and you read everything you hear about it, you see their reasoning for doing it. It's not just like, okay, well, this is what Ralph down the street said. I mean, they talk to a lot of people, put a lot of thought into it, and they came up with this first compact camera version of being a half frame. Now, it's not going to be like the Kodak plastic. I think
Well,
it's going to be more like
I think it's going to be plastic, but I still think it's going to be more.
No.
I don't think it's going to. You don't think it's going to be a metal camera? I think it's going to be a very durable plastic camera. That one is really super cheap.
Well, if it's, but it's not. It's going to have metal insides.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
I think it's
Now-
going to be a quality build.
Quality, and it will be more like, I am thinking it's going to be
I
kind
hope
of
it's going to be a quality build.
more like the Olympus stylist, or those type of point and shoots, but with a thumb lever.
Yeah.
Now in the article they have a photo, so I'm reading through everything once, twice, 3 times, and then after about the 10th time it goes, hey,
That makes so much more sense.
wow, I'm slow, but I get there. The photo that they had inside of that article
Yeah.
had a camera, and somebody said, do you think that's the camera? And I go, after reading it a bunch of times, I go, no, that's the camera they're using the lens system out of.
Okay. Yeah.
So they don't have a picture of the actual camera anywhere in the article, but they do have pictures of things in which they're pulling other things off of. And they're saying that they are repurposing some parts of other cameras into this. And then they're creating new stuff to fill in the gaps. And this is going to be a half-frame camera with a thumb winder, and it's going to be, I think, a lot more sturdy than, I think it's going to be, I had a Canon up here that was a half-frame, and it's going to be a lot more like that. I think a very, very sturdy, solid camera instead of something like this. And so I'm going to guesstimate, but I'm going to guesstimate that this whole thing's going to be definitely under $500, like about $300 to $400. This is my guess, my estimate, my thought. Based on that, I'm thinking $400.
Well, I'm hoping the camera is a solid camera, much like the Olympus Pen and things like
Yeah,
that. Those were pretty solidly built cameras, but the only argument, I'm not saying that they're going to be full metal cameras, because I don't think there's any way to do that.
Too expensive.
Too heavy, too expensive. But I think they're going to be good quality cameras.
Yeah.
Because obviously we're talking about a luxury item here.
Yeah, because otherwise it wouldn't take a year and a half to create a H35.
I mean, if a new Leica M6 is like $5,500, or is it $6,000?
Yeah, I think it's around 55.
So I mean, that's a top of the line camera here.
That's a lot of metal in it.
And not everybody's going to be, and mind you, that's without a lens. So not everybody's going to want to be in that deep to go shoot some film. So I agree with you. About $300 to $400 would be a great price point.
I'm just saying that, just kind of based on everything I'm seeing. I'm just going to jump out and stick my stake in the ground and say this. And put your comments below and tell us what you think the price range is on something like this should be.
Yeah. How much would you pay for a brand new film camera? Solid, not a reusable, but a solid camera.
Then also while watching the video, I did see the gentleman talk about how he did not see Pentax as ever having a half-frame camera.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, 'cause like I said, the only half-frame camera I saw was that Olympus Pen.
But actually, Pentax did have a half-frame camera in the past.
Really?
It was the Pentax MF.
Okay.
And I have 2 of them around here somewhere, which I think I boxed up.
Somewhere, in
which I boxed up. But I remember opening it up and looking at it, and I go, oh, okay. And I closed it back up and put it in the box. And I'll have to dig it out whenever we move to find it. And
it's here somewhere, guys.
But Pentax did have once in the past half-frame camera called the Pentax MF as in Frank. And so I thought it was interesting that he didn't know that, the person on the video for Pentax. And I just did a lot more research about it. And also, the other thing is that Ricoh had at one point, which Ricoh bought out Pentax, had a half-frame camera too. So Ricoh and Pentax both have had a half-frame camera in the past.
Well, I mean, technically, since Ricoh owns Pentax, Ricoh is building this camera, right?
Right.
But they're using the Pentax brand, which is no different than somebody buying out Polaroid and saying, hey, this is a Polaroid dishwasher now.
Yeah,
when Polaroid never made dishwashers.
So when you dig into it, there's a lot to dig into it about. And they are saying that there will be more information about it coming out soon. meaning
Yeah, because
summer,
didn't they
spring,
say
spring, summer.
well, didn't they say the camera was coming out this summer?
That's what the impression
The camera
was.
itself coming out this summer. So,
Yeah,
and
summer,
we
spring.
are,
Summer, yeah.
as my third place daughter keeps saying, the groundhog has already seen, did not see a shadow. It's an early spring, so it could be an early summer.
It could be an early summer, and all excited about that. The fact that this is the sort of the next stage of, yes, here's where we are now. Boom. That was fun, which means that the pace is picking up as to when the information is. Yep. But when the information is coming out, it's picking up. I'm expecting that to be soon, and I'm excited about that. It's once that comes out, it's going to increase some film sales, the sale of film.
Oh yeah.
It's going to increase.
Well,
the
speaking
sale
of,
film.
you and I had talked about this
Yeah.
earlier. Speaking of saving the film industry,
Mm-hmm.
I told you who opened a camera store.
Yes.
Jason Lee is saving the film industry by opening his own camera store in, I think, California.
Yes. And it's
Because it wasn't around here.
no. And a really beautiful store on the inside.
It looks very nice.
Their film was like,
Their Great Wall of Film was like a shoebox.
well, a pop stand.
A pops. It was like it was
And
like
little
one of those.
refrigerators.
Yeah, it was a tiny refrigerator.
But they have it, and that means that more stores are opening
Yes,
up. More
so
things are expanding.
We hope the best for them because more is
absolutely.
better.
And LA has they probably almost have as good a film community as Dallas does.
Almost?
Almost.
But not quite.
But not quite.
Because we're the best here in Dallas.
Of course we are.
Well, what else is on your list there, Todd?
The only thing that
The list that he didn't discuss with me, mind you.
Oh, I
No
showed it
discussion
to
yet.
him,
No.
and he just kind of okay.
I just wanted to talk about the worst kept secret ever. Because it was hilarious.
It was hilarious. It was not like Harmon, to where it's like, hey,
No, they
boom.
they
Hey,
did teasers.
They did teasers, and it did break. But I mean, somebody, whenever they got their film, actually put a photo of it up.
And we did have fun shooting it before it
Oh,
actually went out.
yes,
so
that
was a
was
nice.
great.
So if you're making a new film, we would love to shoot it before it hits the public because we would then have time to do a review.
yes,
And bring some more awareness to it.
yes, and it is going to be interesting. But speaking of Filmwarnia,
Again, yes.
again, and speaking of the Great Wall of Film,
Yes, again.
by Saturday, there should be 2 new additions to it. Not
Two?
brand new film, but film that's been out a little bit.
Is one of them from Kodak?
No.
Oh,
Both of them are for Filmwarnia,
they still owe us that one film.
and it will be Orto 120 and P30 120. By the time
So you're getting the 120 versions,
the 120
of
versions.
the 2 you already have. So
The two,
that's
yes.
really good news for you medium format shooters.
And I'm just getting a small amount right now because I just needed to get. Oh man, I tell you, Portra 400's just been selling. Wedding
It's
season.
wedding season.
And somebody came in and bought 11 Pro Packs for a wedding, and they said we got 3 more weddings coming up. So they're probably
In
gonna,
film. In film. Wow.
And so they'll probably be buying around 10 Pro Packs of 120 3 more times this month.
We so need to talk to a film wedding photographer. I would like to
We
know.
do.
I would like to know what kind of weddings really want to be on film versus
Right,
other. I'd like to know if what the differences are in, and the people, in the mood, the event, the finished product, because there's got to be something to it.
Oh yeah, there's just a whole feeling around the thing. It's just amazing.
I mean,
I really like it.
I probably don't go a week without reading somewhere that some digital camera is trying to emulate film. And it's like, yeah, you're going through
Give
a
it
lot of effort to, why don't you just shoot film? It's
Give it
just,
up.
it's
Just shoot
not, it's not hard.
Yeah.
And there are so many varieties. Each one of these varieties is different. I mean, clearly, I just, I had another roll of the Harman Phoenix that
Yeah.
I shot. I mean, those colors are so different than everything else.
I know, I love it.
Compared to if I was shooting Portra, or even if I'm shooting the old expired NC films.
Oh,
I mean,
it's
they're
gorgeous photos.
They're
you've
all
gotten
so
onto those
different.
things. Yeah.
And it's like, right film for the right job type of deal. And
Yeah.
you can't have 100 different presets for all your digital images. You might as well just shoot film.
Shoot film.
Yeah,
I agree.
just
I
shoot
agree.
film.
Speaking of shooting film, the next process, as we always say, is that once you shoot film, there you got to process film. So,
You
2
do.
bits of news that's going on about the local Dallas photo labs set up.
There are photo labs in Dallas?
There are photo labs in Dallas and Fort Worth and
And?
Addison,
And?
Garland.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Arlington? Mm-hmm. Okay.
No, yeah. That's a drop-off point in Arlington. But yes. And one of them is Photographic.
Photographique.
That's over at Hall and Canton Street. We'll be opening up in Oak Cliff.
Oh, cool. So we hinted to that. Now we are telling you.
Now we are telling you that that from what I understand and what I've been told on several sources, is that it's Photographic that will be opening up a brand new location in the Oak Cliff area, which is great. And also what's interesting is that a lot of people won't go to Oak Cliff to buy something like that.
Right.
But sometimes people from Oak Cliff will come up here and buy things. So it's like a different market being serviced. It's expanding and just fanning out the base of film across the DFW area, which is great.
And and Little Lizzie's Darkroom, that's over in
over
Oak
in that
Cliff
area
as well.
And Oak Cliff Photo Lab is over in there. So
Right.
I said, hey, maybe that'd be great for all of them to get together and do a photo walk and do something. So there's a lot of things. I mean, it's
Like a P33 photo
a
walk?
P33 photo walk. That'd be awesome.
That would be pretty awesome.
And the other bit of news is that Legacy Photo Lab, which is over in Northwest Highway and Easton Road,
Right?
they are now open 7 days a week.
All 7 of them?
All 7 days.
Or only 7
a
out
week.
of 8?
Yep, 7 out of 8.
Okay.
It's that leap year they close.
Mm.
And they have expanded their hours and time at the Dallas location. And that is good news. That means that you don't have to wait until Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to go drop your film
Well,
off.
that's good because
Sunday afternoon.
I was dropping off film over here in Dallas during the
Yeah.
week, and there was
too much traffic.
Well, is that store going to be open on Saturday, or only the Fort Worth store?
Well, my understanding is going to be the Dallas location.
Because that was one of the things. It's like it'd be nice to go pick up my film on a Saturday.
Yeah, and it looks like they heard you.
Oh, that's good. That's nice. I like
Because they
that.
said, because of Mr. Holga, we are going to extend hours.
Because of me.
But check into that. But it's expanding. And that, anytime something is adding and growing and expanding, that's positive news for the DFW
It is
area.
positive news.
And that means that they're doing well. They're all caught up. They've got their feet back under them, and they're just chugging right along and looking to probably expand services. So that is fun. Now, you were talking about
I was talking about?
comments?
Oh, viewer comments. But before we get to viewer comments, I'm going to lay on you. So Mrs. Holga and I were doing some ranching. And she just happened.
This is the farmer's report.
The farmer's report. Well, she just happened to be over in the shop. And later that evening, she says, yeah, I saw that you had a new camera in the shop. I'm like, and of course, I'm like,
Really?
I don't keep cameras in the shop. I'm like, camera in the shop? And I was thinking it was those the Norman Fresnell lights or something like that. I said, you mean the strobes? She goes, no, you got a camera in there. I'm like, really? What is it? Where? Where in there? Because hey, maybe somebody left me a camera.
Wow.
She goes, no, it's up on the workbench. You mean the enlarger? She goes, that's a camera, isn't it? Well, okay, it's camera equipment. I'm gonna give her that one to her. So, but
it's an
but she's so cute. So, no, hey, viewer comments, guys. Viewer comments here, and this one's from AE. Are you sitting down for this one?
No.
Are you ready for this one?
I'm ready though.
Film is a fad. Fad is dead because the economy is trash and people want to pour money into single row, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, yeah. Well, I did answer this one very nicely. So, we do get a lot of people that are saying, hey, film is overpriced.
Yeah.
But it's not overpriced and it's not a fad for those people who really want to shoot film.
Right.
If you don't want to shoot film, yeah, you're right. I would not do this price at all. But I think I'm gonna drive myself over the cliff into bankruptcy, probably continuing to shoot film because I enjoy it.
Yeah, and you're gonna shoot film all the way down.
That's right. I'm gonna take pictures all the. Film is. I don't think film is a fad.
No, but I have heard that the store around the area thinks
it's a fad.
Yeah.
I think film
Really?
is it's here to stay. I've been shooting it my entire life. I fully intend to be shooting for the rest of my life.
I don't think Pentax would be creating 3 new cameras with
Right.
2 different levels. If it's a fad, I don't think that Leica would be bringing back
I don't
the
think so.
M6, and I don't think that I don't think Lomography, or was it Lomography that's doing the Rolly 35 AF? No, or is it who's
Mint.
Mint is doing the 35.
Right.
You don't have people going out there and I don't think Y Deluxe would be coming back if it was a fad.
And I don't think more classes would be teaching it
No,
if it was a fad.
No.
So
Yeah, it's not a fad. It's still growing, and I think that there are still it's growth spurts now. It's got to grow and then kind
Right.
of level off and then grow. Yeah.
So this one was for 1999. It's like and this was about the last video. All I can focus on is the spiral ham in the background. The episode should have been called "The Spiraled Hams." Yes, we did know that. We just didn't notice it when we put it together, though. But it was hilarious.
I was watching it and I'm going, oh, that makes me hungry.
We did get an agreement with the Jeopardy thing from Peter. He goes, I watched that Jeopardy, and I also spent the 80s and 90s working in a film lab and doing photography. I did know the answer and was not surprised. The contestants did not. You guys actually, question, you guys got any Hassie gear? Thanks for the video. You got any Hassie gear? Every now and then you uncover some Hassie stuff.
Yeah, none of it's working though.
There's the problem.
Yeah, because I bought a bunch of stuff and I got everything working out of it, and then I left everything because eventually one day I hope to get it fixed.
Right.
And eventually, after I move and get everything into groups and sections, then I can probably start sending things out for repairs again at that point after I recover a little bit from the move.
All right, guys, well, we're going to end this video here. I'm going to go ahead and tease. I think it's the next video. I think I'm going to tease the next video. He doesn't know. I'm going to tease it anyways. We're going to be talking about the Great Solar Eclipse 2024.
He's going to be giving the class on that one.
We are going to be discussing it in earnest, and I hope you will join us. We're going to talk about that and other things.
The solar eclipse.
The Great Solar Eclipse 2024, which is going to come right through the heart of Texas.
Is the planet doomed?
We can only hope.
You can only hope.
It's probably going to be cloudy that day. So
this is a teacher told me. He says, "World ends tomorrow. Women and children hard as tit." So I think we're all kind of equally hard as tit on that.
We all are. And on that note, guys, hey, wait. Please do share, like, subscribe, tell a friend.
Wait. Are we YouTube? Is that tubing things? I thought we were going to be.
Behave yourself. He's having too much fun. Tell Mama Holga.
Yeah.
Stay out of trouble, and we'll see you next time, guys.
Yeah, and put comments down there. Good, bad, indifferent. Not indifferent. Just good or bad. Put comments down.
Todd wants to know.
I want to
see y'all later.
Thank you very much. Did we cover everything?
I sure hope so.
Oh, well.
I didn't have a list. You're the one with the list today.
Well, yeah, but I take my glasses off and I can't read it.